The game between Stephen Maguire and Stephen Hendry. We'll pick it up before in the first frame, before either player has scored, and Maguire is at the table. Your commentator is Terry Griffiths.
Tough safety this for Stephen Maguire. He's done a pretty good job of that one. Last thing you want in these big matches is to leave an opponent an easy chance straight away. Tough red this one. He's taking it on.
One.
Good chance this for Stephen Hendry. Get his arm moving. Both boys would be a bit nervous going out there because they've played a million frames, I should think, before. They used to practice together for years up in Stirling.
Seventeen. 24.
The best break builder the game's ever seen. He's made more centuries than everybody else and won more tournaments than anybody else. He's a legend, but he hasn't quite been playing up to his best for the last few years. Played really well in spells, but not enough consistency. Perfect position again. You watch Stephen Hendry break building. There's so much to learn from him. I think all the professionals learn from him, and Stephen Maguire would have seen enough of him, I should think, during his younger days when he used to practice with Stephen.
.48. .49.
Well, the Reds are set very well here.
56.
And it's all reds and blacks so far. If it wasn't the first frame, you'd fancy Stephen Hendry to have a good go here at a maximum.
57.
Eight reds and 8 blacks. Stephen Hendry has already made 9 maximums in his career. I mean, what an achievement that is. I think Ronnie O'Sullivan has had 10, one more than Stephen.
72.
His first tricky choice of shot here. Have to play a cannon here. It's okay, he could catch the red thin enough not to knock it towards the cushion, but it's... Put those two balls close together now. Played for the red in the left centre. You don't see many times when the balls are... Well, there's one just above the pink spot, and it's been like that from the start of this break. So we don't have to worry about having to play a shot up a red. Sometimes you see up in the baulk area. Oh, that one had a look in. Wobbled a few times, but
88.
it's disappeared. Left himself a little bit to do here, but Stephen Hendry always plays position when it guarantees him a chance to get on the next ball, so he's left the white a little bit further away than normal. Well, as you can see, he's high enough on these two reds now that he can play through for the into the corner, out for the black.
97.
That's the secret. Leaving yourself a good angle on the black and the reds. At this stage you wouldn't be interested obviously in anything but a 147. Game's well won. He only slipped out of position at a crucial time. The easiest red is the one below the pink, but of course that's taken him away from the balls as Stephen Maguire looks on here. Play that well. Now then, a good position shot here on the last red, and it's on. Perfect.
112.
Yellow and green are off their spots, but it shouldn't cause any problem for Stephen Hendry. Now then, he's got an angle here to get up for that yellow. Not a lot. He's going to have to play this with a lot of backspin on reverse side. Let's watch that cue ball. There you see the angle as it comes off the cushion, widening out, taking him down for the yellow. This maybe is a tricky one in the break. Get here, pot this yellow and get on the green. He'd be very disappointed after that if he missed. He's perfect. Again, he could have screwed back there, taking a chance for the brown in the corner, but he's made sure that he's on the brown with an angle to go up for the next ball, which is the blue.
159.
He's a fraction too far. It's the world champion Neil Robertson looking on, as is Stephen Hendry here on the blue. Didn't have a good angle, so he'll leave himself a pink a little further away than he would have liked. It's in the centre of the pocket. Well, he hasn't come low enough for the black. Left himself a thin cut. It's there. Stephen Hendry, the master of the maximum break. That's his 10th in his career. What a great start to the evening's play.
Well, an absolutely fantastic performance from Stephen Hendry, a 147, always a very, very special occasion in any snooker match. And certainly the crowd absolutely loving that one. I think Stephen Maguire could only look on and admire what had happened. Hendry absolutely delighted there. And of course the match on the other side of the table stopped as well to admire a superb performance. And I think they're just reflecting together, the two Scots, about what Hendry had just achieved. Well, that 147 by Hendry has sent our statisticians into a frenzy. Here are some stats about maximums in snooker tournaments. Well, that was the 77th maximum in a pro competition and the 53rd in a ranking event. It's the 40th 147 that's been seen on television. I guess you might have seen one or two at home. And also the 22nd by a Scottish player. It's the 4th we've had here at the Welsh Open. And it's also the 7th 147 of the season. And the fact that Hendry got that 147 tonight, it now means that he's level with Ronnie O'Sullivan on 10 maximums. Well, Terry, you talked us through that. It looked pretty special.
It was pretty special. You don't expect it, you know. The first frame, I mean, the boys are a little bit nervous always. But he got in, the reds were well set. And he didn't really hardly lose position at all until the blue at the end, you know, when that was a little bit tricky, leaving himself a pink over a bit of distance. But at that stage, you know, every shot it looks difficult for Stephen. It looks very easy, but as they're getting nearer that 147, the pressure grows. So even the easy shots are tough. But he potted the pink, left himself a tricky black, made it more exciting, really, but he hit it right in the middle of the pocket. Tremendous stuff.
Yeah, it must need incredible composure under the TV lights in front of a big crowd when you know that you're kind of on there. There must be that feeling in your stomach, I guess, that something special could happen if you can just keep your nerve.
Yes, well, it is special. I know that Stephen's very keen on keeping up with Ronnie or going past him on the maximum breaks. They have a bit of fun over it. But, I mean, it's just a sense of achievement out there. I mean, you can't beat excellence, and Stephen Hendry is as good as they come. The best player we've ever seen, there's no doubt about it.
Well, we saw there that Graham Dott and Neil Robertson stopped to admire what was going on the table next door. And, in fact, we've been promising to show you that match. We're going to go to it live now on table one. They're in the second frame. It did take a little while to get there because of what was happening on the next door table. We're going to pick it up now with Graham Dott at the table.
14.
Croeso, good evening, and again,